Hi, I'm Susanne Reiker, host of the Blissful Biz podcast. You might not know that, but before I became focused on helping yoga teachers with their marketing, I spent decades managing website projects for major brands like BMW, Mercedes, Coca-Cola, and many more. Since 1997, I've been immersed in digital marketing, learning the ins and outs of what makes websites effective. And let me tell you, I've learned a thing or two. But when I transitioned into the coaching space, I discovered a whole new world. It's so much more about connection, transformation, and trust. Your website needs to reflect that. And while big corporations have entire teams and agencies and massive budgets for their websites, we don't have that as entrepreneurs. Most coaches and yoga teachers are doing it all on their own. That's why I've made it my mission to help yoga teachers and health and wellness coaches like you create websites that truly represent their work. Over the past years, I've helped hundreds of teachers launch websites that attract their dream students and grow their businesses. And today, I'm sharing the most common mistakes I still see happening, and more importantly, how to fix them. I'm Susanne Reiker, digital marketing expert with over 20 years of experience, turned yoga teacher, turned six-figure online business owner. 10 years ago, I flew to Bali for a yoga teacher training, fell in love with the island, and decided to build an online business so I could live there. Can't be that hard, right? That decision launched me into an adventure bigger than I'd ever imagined. Over the last 8 years, I've guided over 1,000 yoga teachers and heart-led coaches how to launch and sell their digital offers, build their brand and websites, and build a profitable online business. In this podcast, I share real proven strategies and the exact steps that work. Whether you're just starting out or ready to scale, we'll dive into everything from creating offers your students can't resist to making digital marketing work for you. If you're ready to build a business that brings both freedom and success, you are in the right place. Let's talk about the number one mistake I keep seeing, what I call the mystery homepage problem. You know what's crazy? Your website visitors make up their mind about staying or leaving in just 1 second. 1 second. And yet I see so many wellness entrepreneurs and yoga teachers with these gorgeous Zen-like homepages that look beautiful, but leave people confused about what they actually offer. Let me give you a real example I've seen recently that really shows the difference between vague and clear messaging. I was reviewing a website for a yoga teacher who specializes in back pain. Her homepage had this beautiful image of a sunset and just said, "Find your inner peace through yoga." Now, that's lovely, but think about it. If you're struggling with back pain and looking for help, would you know this teacher is perfect for you? Probably not. Instead, imagine landing on a homepage and reading gentle yoga therapy for adults with chronic back pain. Learn proven techniques to reduce pain and move with confidence. Boom! Right away, you know exactly what she offers, who she helps, and what transformation you can expect. You don't have to be creative here. You don't have to make it complicated. Just tell people what you do and speak in their language. Like, what problem are you solving? Let me share another great example of clear messaging. I have a client who's a sex and intimacy coach, and her homepage headline reads, "Rekindle passion and intimacy in your long-term relationship. Intimacy and sex coaching for couples." When a couple struggling with intimacy with their sex life lands on this page, they immediately think, yes, this is exactly what we need. Here's what I want you to remember. Your homepage needs to instantly answer 3 questions. What do you offer? Who is it for? And how do they get started? That's it. No mystery, no guessing games. Just clear, compelling messaging that tells your ideal clients they are in the right place. And you know what? Even with the perfect homepage message, there's another crucial element your website needs. Because once your potential students know they're in the right place, they want to know who they'll be working with. Let's talk about something else I see all the time. Yoga teachers hiding behind stock photos and generic text. And I need to make a confession here because I made this exact mistake myself. On my first website for my marketing services, I didn't have a single photo of me. And you know what? I knew it. I knew it wasn't good to only use stock photos. But I used not having professional photos as an excuse to hide. Because let's be honest, putting yourself out there can feel scary. So I hid behind beautiful stock images telling myself I'd add personal photos later. You know what happened? Crickets. 0 clients. Because people couldn't see who I was or why they should trust me. And I still see this happening today. Yoga teachers using those perfect studio shots with models in impossible poses or posting artistic silhouettes of themselves in beautiful backbands against the sunset. And sure, these photos look gorgeous, but here's what's missing: your face, your eyes, your real presence. Think about it. When someone's choosing to work with you, they want to see who's going to be teaching them. They want to look into your eyes and feel that connection, that trust. They want to know if you seem approachable, if you feel like someone they'd be comfortable learning from. A beautiful silhouette might show off your practice, but it doesn't help potential students connect with you as a teacher or coach. It's time to stop hiding. I know it can feel vulnerable, but get some professional photos where we can actually see your face and your eyes. Show yourself teaching, interacting with students, or simply smiling at the camera. Yes, you can have some practice photos too, but make sure your website primarily shows the real you, the teacher your students will actually meet in class. Remember, your students aren't just choosing a class time that works for them. They are choosing you, in capital letters you. So show them who they're choosing. So now you have clear messaging and you're showing up authentically on your website. But there's another crucial mistake I keep seeing that might be costing you: the hidden treasure problem. You know what really breaks my heart? When I see yoga teachers with incredible offerings, maybe an amazing back pain program or a life-changing retreat in Bali, but it's buried somewhere on page 3 of their website. It's like having a beautiful jewelry store, but keeping all your best pieces in the back room. I see this all the time. When I review websites, a teacher will have their regular class schedule front and center, which is fine, but their transformational programs, their unique workshops, their special offerings, they are hidden away in some submenu or buried at the bottom of a long page, almost like they're shy about promoting them. Let me give you an example. I reviewed a website for a teacher who had this incredible prenatal yoga teacher training program. But to find it, you had to click on programs, then teacher trainings, then scroll down past 3 other offerings. By that point, most people would have already clicked away. Here's the thing: your best offerings, the ones that create the biggest transformation for your students and the biggest impact in your business, should be front and center. They should be right there on your homepage, impossible to miss. I want you to take your top 3 offerings, the ones you're most excited about, the ones that create the biggest results for your students, and feature them prominently on your homepage. Each one should have first a clear and compelling title, then a brief description of the transformation it offers so people know what this is about, and a strong call to action button that leads directly to more information. And for your freebie, make it just as visible as your paid offerings. After all, it might be the first step someone takes with you before becoming a longtime student. Think of your homepage like the display window of a store. You wouldn't hide your best pieces in the back, would you? So put your gems where people can see them, both your premium offerings and your free resources that help people get started with you. So now your best offerings are easy to find on your homepage. But here's something equally important. What do potential students think when they actually find them? Let's talk about something that's really hurting some yoga teachers' businesses, trying to get by with an outdated, unprofessional website. Here's the truth. In today's world, people's expectations for websites are higher than ever. They're used to beautiful, easy-to-navigate sites, and they absolutely judge the quality of your teaching by the quality of your website. I see so many amazing teachers and coaches, people who offer incredible, transformative services, but their websites look basic, outdated, or just plain unprofessional. Dark backgrounds that make text hard to read, tiny fonts, cluttered layouts, low-quality images. These teachers are essentially telling potential students, "Don't take me seriously," before they even step into a class. Your website should reflect the quality of your services. It should give potential clients and students the same feeling of professionalism, clarity, and expertise that they get in your actual classes and working with you. So your website needs to match today's professional standards with clean, modern design. It needs to have easy-to-read fonts and proper spacing, high-quality images, no questions about that, right? A layout that guides visitors naturally, and of course it should be mobile-friendly and work on all devices. And this is exactly why I created Blissful Websites, my course where I teach you how to build your own website in Showit. Because I know that hiring a professional web designer like me isn't in everyone's budget, but that shouldn't stop you from having a website that truly reflects your expertise and the quality of your services. Let me tell you what you get. I've designed a beautiful professional template in Showit, which, by the way, is my absolute favorite website platform. Think of Showit like Canva for websites. If you can drag and drop, you can build a beautiful website. What I love about it is that it gives you total creative freedom without needing to know any code or tech. Unlike other platforms where you're stuck with rigid templates, Showit lets you customize everything exactly the way you want it. So inside Blissful Websites, you'll get my professionally designed Showit template made specifically for yoga teachers and coaches, step-by-step guidance to create your dream website, personal support in our private community and monthly Q&A calls. And here's something special. For the next 24 hours, you can get Blissful Websites for 50% off. That's just for $249 instead of $497. By the time you're listening to this particular offer might have ended. I'm sorry about that. But you can head to susannereiche.com/blissful websites to see the current pricing and any special offers available right now. That's susannereiche.com/blissful websites. Now let me answer some questions that might be on your mind. What exactly do I need to get started? Besides the course, you'll need a Showit subscription. They have a plan called Showit and Basic Starter Block that's $24 per month when billed annually, and that covers the website builder and the hosting of your website. You also need a domain name. If you don't already have one, that's like the URL, like my domain is susannereiker.com, which is usually around $15 a year. And that's it. You don't need Photoshop or any fancy tools, and you don't need WordPress or Wix or Squarespace. You can move your website from another platform to Showit if you already have a website. I show you how to do that. Next question, can I customize the template, or will my website look exactly like everyone else's? And of course, you can customize it. The template gives you 100% flexibility. You can customize everything from headers to fonts. I actually have 2 headers for you already created, like a variation, colors, images. You can move things around. I'll teach you all the settings so you can create a website that's uniquely yours. Maybe you worry that you're not tech savvy and that you might get overwhelmed. I promise you won't. Everything's been developed with beginners in mind. So here's how it works. You watch a short video, you pause it, you implement what you've learned on your website, get excited about your progress, and repeat. Plus, I'm there to support you every step of the way. And you can actually watch the videos, the trainings, on your phone or on your tablet, so there's an app for that as well. You might be wondering, how long will it take to build my website? So I designed this course to be actionable and to the point, not a huge system gathering digital dust in your inbox. If you can commit to 1 to 2 hours a few days a week, you can have your website up in 30 days or even less when you have all the content ready. And the last question, what kind of support do I get? This is what makes Blissful Websites unique. You get so much support from me. You can join our monthly calls and post questions in our community. I want to see you succeed and will do everything I can to help you finish your website. Remember, for the next 24 hours only until December 18th, you can join Blissful Websites for 50% off. This is your chance to start the new year with a website that truly reflects the quality of your teaching. Head to susannereiker.com/blissful websites to learn more and grab this special offer before it expires. Before we wrap up today's episode, I want to remind you of the most important thing we talked about. Your website isn't just a digital business card. It's often the first impression potential students have of you and your teaching and your services. It's where people decide whether they want to work with you or join your programs or book your services. You are amazing at what you do. I know that. I believe in you. You are amazing. You transform lives through your work. Make sure your website actually reflects that. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with another yoga teacher or coach who might find it helpful. And if you want to learn more about creating your dream website, remember to visit susannereiker.com/blissful websites. Until next time, have a great week. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Blissful Biz podcast. If you found this helpful, I'd love it if you hit subscribe and left a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps other yoga teachers and coaches find these strategies too, and it would mean the world to me. It really makes a difference. And if you're ready to take the next step, head over to my website, susannereiker.com, where you'll find my free resources, latest blog posts, and all the ways we can work together to grow your online business. Until next week, keep building your blissful biz.